Hola amigos, bien o no, saludos desde Medellín. Am, Hoy, en verdad, yo no tengo una, un tema para el video de hoy, pero en la tradición en Inglaterra, cuando nosotros no tenemos algo especial para hablar, nosotros hablar siempre con el clima, porque en Inglaterra especialmente el clima puede cambiar casi cada 10 minutos. Entonces eso es el tema de hoy, the weather. So quite honestly, I did not have a real theme for today's video. I was thinking about this. In fact, I've been thinking about this for the last hour, and I really was struggling to think of anything particularly helpful to talk about. And then I remembered that we have quite a long-standing tradition in England that if you can't think of anything else to talk about the weather. Because it's a beautifully neutral topic. You can talk to complete strangers about the weather, talk to it about with your friends and family. You can introduce this topic almost any time, any place. And most people always have an opinion about it, but it's not the type of opinion that's likely going to get them very cross or upset. Like if you start talking about politics or religion, which people often have very strongly held views. The weather just offers a very simple sort of form of agreement, or it can be like, yes, I agree, the weather's hot or cold today, or it might offer more of a longer explanation about, oh yes, I see it's raining, but last week it was worse, or tomorrow it's going to improve. So it's a way for people to share information and experiences, and sometimes you get lots of stories out of it. So the weather, a very, very useful topic to practice vocabulary for, because as I say, in England we love talking about the weather. And to show you how, let's talk about the weather in Medellin. So this last couple of days, the weather in Medellin, we could say, has been unusually or unseasonally even, unseasonably hot. Most days over 30 degrees, which is not what it used to be. And of course now we've got problems where there's not enough water, so we're almost in a drought situation. And unfortunately we've had some forest fires as a result, and there's some problems with that. And it looks likely that this hot weather is going to continue for, well, more months than we were expecting. So we have to get ourselves ready for this for quite a while. Now, conversely, over in England, the weather has been colder than it usually is. So definitely much more extreme. Very windy, lots of snow in the north of the country. At the moment it's raining, but complete differences. But you can see that with the weather there's lots of things we can talk about. You can describe the weather you've got now. So right now here on our terrace here, it's quite windy and it's a lot cooler than it was earlier today. If I had done this video about 3 or 4 hours ago, I would be getting a suntan because it was really very sunny and very hot. Right now there's a nice breeze, a bit fresher, a lot more comfortable, thankfully. So different things we can talk about. We could talk about what the weather was like yesterday. We can talk about what we think the weather will be like tomorrow. Always a good game. Can we predict what's going to happen? So there's loads of ways you can talk about it, and as I say, it's a nice neutral topic to introduce if you want to break the ice with someone you're waiting for the bus with, or if you're sat in the the dentist waiting room and you need something to say just to release the tension a bit. Some comment about the weather usually will get a fairly friendly response, and you might get a good conversation out of it. So there we go. That's my thought for the day. So I didn't really have a proper topic for today, honestly. Some of the problems and things I've been dealing with in the classes this week were complicated things, which would not have made necessarily the best video. So think about that. Think about ways you can talk about the weather. I mean, how much vocabulary do you have for that? Now I'm thinking more about it, I can make a better video on this tomorrow, I think, with perhaps a few more phrases we can use. But generally, remember, if you are ever stuck for a topic to speak about, in England certainly, the weather should be your number one go-to choice for an emergency topic. So you can say things like, what do you think of the weather today? What do you think of this weather we have been having? Talk about the recent past. What do you think of this weather we've been having? And then the other person will offer their opinion. Oh, it's really hot. And you say, yes, I know. And then you're off and you're into your conversation. There we go. So I'll leave you with that thought. I will try and prepare maybe some more useful vocabulary on this topic for you to help you out a bit more tomorrow. But for now, at least from Medellin, where I'm pleased to report the weather is a bit cooler than it was yesterday evening anyway. I wish you cheerio for now, and let's hope the weather tomorrow is a bit kinder for all of us. See you then.